Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, we're counting down 10 incredible cars that never made it to production. Concept cars and prototypes can be equal parts brilliant and bizarre. Stick around for the bonus at the end. One of these almost became reality but didn't. And the reason might surprise you. Number 1. BMW E1. BMW developed the E1 during a period of rising interest in urban mobility and fuel efficiency, well before modern EVs took off. It had a compact 3-seat 2+1 or 2-seat city car concept, extremely short length and tight turning circle for urban use. Early NIMH or lead-acid era-level cells were used in prototypes. This was before practical lithium-ion packs. Energy density was low compared with today's EVs, meaning limited range and long charge times. It also used regenerative braking included as part of experiments in energy recovery and to reduce brake wear, an early implementation of what's now standard on EVs. Why didn't BMW put it into production? Life of early 90s made competitively ranged E1 impossible. Range anxiety and long charging times would have killed consumer adoption. Charging networks didn't exist. A city-only EV still needed convenient charging, which wasn't realistic then. The E1 contributed to BMW's long-term perspective on electrification, a conceptual ancestor to later projects like the Active E, i3, and i8. Next up, number 2. Volkswagen Futura. 1989 concept coupe, shown by Volkswagen as a design and technology exercise, aimed to preview aerodynamic efficiency and emerging in-car electronics for the 1990s. It was intended to showcase future styling directions, aerodynamic improvements, and digital cockpit ideas. It has a low-slung fastback coupe silhouette with smooth, flowing surfaces to minimize drag. The Futura emphasized a teardrop-influenced profile and integrated bumpers to reduce turbulent airflow. The whole idea of the car was to implement drag reduction. The Futura pushed aerodynamic thinking for VW, aiming for improved fuel economy. Concept tires and wheel covers were part of the package to minimize energy losses at speed. The Futura was one of the early showcases for digital instrumentation, liquid crystal displays, LCDs, and electronic readouts, replacing some analog gauges ahead of mainstream adoption. Why wasn't it released? Production feasibility, composite panels, extreme aerodynamic detailing, and concept-specific glass treatments would have been expensive and difficult to mass-produce with late 80s manufacturing tech. Also, cost versus demand. The expense of translating the concept nearly intact to a showroom model would likely have resulted in a high price point and limited sales, not aligned with VW's mostly mass-market strategy. Number 3. Plymouth Voyager 3, 1990. The 1990 concept minivan from Chrysler/Plymouth, part of Chrysler's ongoing Voyager/Caravan development. The Voyager 3 was a forward-looking study showing how minivans could be more versatile and family-friendly. Its purpose was an exploratory concept to test modular interiors, packaging flexibility, and novel access systems. Proportions favored interior volume and accessibility over sporty aesthetics. It also had innovative door concepts. On some Voyager 3 studies included large sliding side doors and a wide rear hatch. Some renderings showed cockpit-style sliding or clamshell doors to ease loading and low-stepping heights for children and cargo. Configurable seats that could be removed, folded flat, or reconfigured into multiple layouts. Innovative features being sliding cockpit style or sliding doors, quick change interior modules allowing families to adapt the vehicle overnight from passenger to cargo duties. If you saw a car you haven't seen before, hit that subscribe button. Seriously, it means a lot. Why was it not released? Complexity versus cost. Many of the Voyager 3's modular and quick change systems added manufacturing complexity and parts cost that would have pushed retail prices higher than buyers expected for family vans. Chrysler chose to extract incremental, proven elements, durable materials, better packaging, sliding doors for production minivans rather than adopt the full Voyager 3 package. Compared with radical concept vans that ignored cost, Voyager 3 struck a balance, ambitious but still grounded in production realities, which is why its elements were adopted later on. Now we move from versatile interiors to Cadillac's vision of Grand Tourer refinement. Number 4. Cadillac Escala, revealed 2016 as Cadillac's flagship Grand Tourer concept, intended to showcase the brand's future design language language, luxury ambitions, and technological direction, rather than act as a near-term production model. Escala was a design and brand statement, larger and more luxurious than current Cadillacs, meant to elevate Cadillac's global image and preview styling cues for future models. Its full-size, long-wheelbase four-door fastback proportions, visually lower and sleeker than Cadillac sedans of the time to read as a true grand tourer. Designers emphasized clean surfaces and crisp character lines, rather than busy ornamentation. Grille treatments and chrome accents balanced modernity with Cadillac DNA. Ultra-luxe interior focused on refinement, abundant legroom, lounge-like rear seating, and dual-occupant rear bench options showcased Grand Tour comfort. Concept materials hinted at high-displacement, smooth V8 luxury powertrains, consistent with Cadillac's lineup, though no single production engine was committed. Why it didn't reach production. Market economics. The Escala occupied a very niche segment. Full-size, ultra-luxury GT sedans are low-volume and expensive to develop. Cadillac's parent GM prioritized investments with clearer return on investment. Cadillac was in the process of redefining itself globally. Launching a flagship GT risked diverting resources from more commercially viable models, SUVs and crossovers, that were selling strongly. Cadillac chose to incorporate Escala's styling cues into other models rather than develop Escala as a standalone halo car. Sources described Escala as larger than CT6 with a longer wheelbase. Automotive press praised Escala for its restrained elegance. Some critics noted it felt like a more mature, less aggressive direction than previous GM concepts. Number 5. Range Rover SV Coupes. Developed by Jaguar Land Rover's Special Vehicle Operations (SVO/SV) division as an ultra-luxury, low-volume two-door variant of the Range Rover. First teased in concept form in the mid-2010s, production planning advanced before cancellation in 2019. Its intent was to create an exclusive, handcrafted Range Rover that combined SUV practicality with coupe-like proportions and bespoke luxury, aimed at wealthy buyers wanting rarity and bespoke detailing. Its two-door coupe interpretation of the Range Rover, with a lower roofline, shortened rear doors, side profile, and a raked roof flowing into a slimmer rear pillar. Lower roof reduced rear headroom and altered rear cargo access. Designers worked to maintain rear seat comfort but accepted tighter packaging as part of the coupe aesthetic. 2+2 seating focus. While still a four-door derived layout, seating was optimized for luxury front and rear passengers with enhanced bolstering, massage functions, and extended recline in rear seats where possible. Planned to offer the Range Rover's top-tier engines, supercharged V8s, and advanced diesel or hybrid powertrains in some markets, tuned for smooth, effortless acceleration befitting a luxury coupe SUV. Why was it canceled? Projected sales volumes were small relative to development and certification costs. Converting a four-door SUV into a compliant two-door variant with bespoke interiors and low-volume production processes drove per-car costs dramatically higher. The luxury coupe SUV market is selective. Demand for a high-priced, low-utility two-door Range Rover was uncertain, especially as buyers increasingly favored electrified drivetrains. Leaked dealer estimates and analyst projections put the SV Coupe's potential price well above standard Range Rover trims, potentially exceeding $300,000 to $400,000 in some configurations when fully optioned, making it a true ultra-luxury play. Number 6. Chrysler ME 412. Revealed in 2004 as Chrysler's mid-engine halo supercar concept, the ME 412 ME Fiat mid-engine 412 Sheriff 4 turbochargers, 12 cylinders, was designed to showcase Chrysler's engineering chops and to be a high-performance statement piece. Strategic intent: create a technological halo to elevate Chrysler's image globally, attract talent, and explore high-performance engineering that could trickle down to other programs. Estimated 850 to 1,000 horsepower, 0 to 60 miles per hour under 3 seconds. Top speed reportedly in the 240 to 250 plus miles per hour range. The concept used a lightweight, stiff carbon composite central tub architecture and composite body panels to minimize weight and maximize chassis rigidity, typical of bespoke supercars. Why it didn't reach production engineering: a bespoke carbon tub, bespoke V12 with quad turbos, and homologating a new supercar platform would have required a big investment. Chrysler's management judged the cost-to-benefit ratio poor. Early 2000s market appetite for ultra-exotic Chrysler-branded supercars was uncertain. Brand perception perception and resale risk for buyers could have limited sales volumes. Claims like 1,000 horsepower and 250 plus miles per hour raised credibility questions. Converting concept claims into reliable, serviceable production units involves high risk and schedule slippage. Number 7. Jaguar CX-75 2010. Revealed as a stunning 2010 concept and engineering exercise by Jaguar, the CX-75 was presented as a next-generation hybrid supercar concept to showcase advanced electrification, lightweight materials, and alternative range extender tech. They intended the Jaguar to be a high-tech performance brand, explore hybrid powertrain architectures for future models, and create a halo product to elevate brand perception globally. Jaguar briefly planned a very limited production run before canceling it. It had carbon composite body panels for extreme stiffness and low mass, critical to achieving the claimed performance and efficiency targets. Pushrod-inspired suspension geometry in prototypes, adjustable dampers, and carbon ceramic brakes were specified or implied to match performance targets and reduce unsprung mass. The powertrain was 4 electric motors, 1 at each wheel, in the concept, delivering instant torque and torque vectoring capability. This setup allowed precise handling control and high combined power output without a mechanical driveshaft between axles. Why Jaguar canceled production? After the 2008 to 2009 financial crisis, projected per unit cost for a limited run production C-X75 rose dramatically. Estimates for producing a road legal variant ran far higher than Jaguar's initial projections. Jaguar Land Rover reallocated capital to core models and electrification programs with clearer commercial prospects. The CX-75's high development cost and narrow market made it an easy project to cut. Number 8. Lamborghini Estoque. Unveiled as a concept in 2008, the Estoque was Lamborghini's rare 4-door, front-engine sedan fastback study, intended to explore whether the brand could stretch into a higher-volume, luxury GT market while retaining Lamborghini DNA, a car that could offer supercar performance with 4 doors and more interior space, potentially opening new markets and revenue streams. It was a front-engine, longitudinally mounted V10 layout in concept form, matching Lamborghini's existing V10 architecture with a long hood, cab rearward greenhouse, and fastback rear to keep sporty proportions despite 4 doors. Designers worked to balance rear seat access and headroom with the low-slung stance expected of a Lambo. The Estoque's fastback roofline sacrificed some rear headroom compared with conventional sedans, but maintained sportier aesthetics. All-wheel drive was the likely configuration to provide traction and stability for a heavier 4-door. Why it didn't reach production? Under Audi Volkswagen Group ownership, decisions had to align with group product planning. Audi/Volkswagen were cautious about expanding Lamborghini into high-volume segments that could overlap with higher-margin Audi or Bentley products. The 2008 financial crisis played a big role as well, making risky product launches less attractive. The Estoque concept arrived just before the downturn, which likely pushed the project out of consideration. Although Estoque wasn't produced, Lamborghini later pivoted to the Urus SUV as its major volume expanding product, achieving the financial uplift Estoque aimed for, but in a format more aligned with market demand and brand cues. Number 9. Infiniti Essence debuted as a concept in 2009 at the Geneva Motor Show. The Essence was Infiniti's high-end Grand Tourer study intended to signal a move upmarket, showcasing design language, hybrid performance, and luxury materials. Their strategic intent was to demonstrate Infiniti could compete with established European GTs on design, technology, and driving dynamics. Its long hood, short deck, 2-door coupe proportions with a low, sculpted roofline and pronounced rear haunches, clearly aimed at the GT segment rather than a sports car or compact coupe. The concept was built as a front-engine, rear drive paired with a twin-turbo V6, production-derived VR series lineage, with an electric motor to create a performance hybrid layout. The combustion engine provided strong, mid-range torque and characterful response. Estimates in media coverage ranged into the 400 to 500 horsepower class, depending on tuning. Why it didn't reach production? Launching a low-volume, expensive flagship GT conflicted with Infiniti's core strategy and investment priorities. The brand lacked the established halo car buyer base of established European rivals. Also, hybrid engineered performance systems, and the bespoke materials, package, added weight, and cost. Balancing those while achieving the desired driving feel and luxury refinement required more investment than Infiniti committed. The Essence signaled to journalists, potential buyers, and internal stakeholders that Infiniti could aim higher, even if the direct model never materialized. It changed internal expectations for future flagships. Number 10. Volkswagen W12. A W12 engine arranges 12 cylinders as two narrow-angle V6 banks mated on a common crankshaft. Effectively, two V6s joined, producing a more compact 12-cylinder package than a traditional V12. Volkswagen Group developed W engine architecture in the 1990s as part of a strategy to deliver high cylinder counts without excessive length. Early styling studies showcasing a compact W12 power plant in a mid-rear layout. Design cues emphasized a sleek GT profile and packaging benefits of a short, powerful engine. Outputs in prototypes often targeted 400 to 600 plus horsepower, depending on aspiration and state of tune. Exact historic concept outputs vary by source. Engineers use prototypes to refine lubrication, cooling, and transmission components to handle long periods at high RPM and high torque, especially crucial when bench claims push power output beyond ordinary limits. Why didn't Volkswagen launch a Volkswagen-branded W12? VW Group decided W12 engines were better suited to its luxury marques, Audi and later Bentley under VW Group ownership, where a high-price halo car fit established brand expectations. Volkswagen's mainstream brand positioning didn't align with multi-$100,000 flagship GTs. Also, emissions and regulation. A large displacement 12-cylinder car faced increasing emissions and CO2 penalties, especially in Europe. Compliance cost for low-volume flagship models weighed heavily against production. They didn't become a Volkswagen-branded production car, primarily because of brand positioning, cost, emissions, and internal product strategy. So there you go. 10 cars that teased us with technology, drama, and some genuinely wild ideas, but ultimately didn't hit production lines. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button again. It means a lot. Some were victims of timing, looking for batteries or buyers that didn't exist yet. Others were strategic choices or cost problems. Automotive designers learn just as much from prototypes that never see the road as from the cars that do. So these failures are really R&D trophies.